What's up, folks? Box Source checking in. Of course, you got the WBA super lightweight champion.
Yes, sir.
Here,
yes,
Antuanne Russell, man. He be doing work. No days off as usual. You know, in the gym. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
you know,
yes,
what's been going down, man?
Man, we still in the kitchen. We got a stew cooking up, you know what I mean? So just stay tuned until when y'all get the next latest news on when I'm getting back in that square circle. All of my supporters, keep supporting me, man. I show y'all love, y'all show me love. We can never lose with that type of environment, you know what I mean? That type of energy. So keep it going, I'm gonna keep it going.
Yeah, for sure, man. You just vibing off the support and everything like that, you know, but just you know, work hard up there, like you said, the stew cooking, man, slow cooking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
brewing
right.
up and everything like
Yeah,
that, kind of
right.
slow blower going. But, you know, once, you know, things start to happen here and you get your next fight that's coming up, man, you'll be ready to go.
You know it. You know it. Whenever I come in, I'm always in shape, underweight, you know, to the point people ask me to move down a weight. You know, I'm like, let me clean out the 140 division and then I probably consider it, you know, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I got a couple of people, you know, in my division. I don't want to say no names, but I'll point y'all in a direction, you know, subliminally. One of them calling 147 pounders. One of them don't even mention my name in any interview. And the other one, man, don't want to run it back. I ain't going to say too much. Y'all know y'all lot of them.
Yeah, because, you know, we talk about it, you know, on my show and things like that, man. And it said, like, Gary Antuanne Russell, the boogeyman of the division, because nobody be mentioning the name, man. Nobody be mentioning the name. It was just like, after the whole joint happened, you know what I'm saying, with last year, and then you got right back at it, did the thing there against Rayo, won the WBA belt,
Yes, sir. Yes,
and so I was like, hey, I got the belt, what's up? You know what I mean?
Right. And, shout out to Rayo too, man. It take two to tango, you know what I mean? I needed a dance partner. He had enough courage within him to let me have that opportunity, you know what I mean? So shout out to you too.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it's one thing to say no and be like, yo, nah, I ain't with it. But yeah, you know, we went up and stepped up to the challenge, man, and was able to, you know, be in there in the ring for 12 rounds and went at it with you, you know what I'm saying? But you came out on top, man, and, you know, that, you know, I kind of go back to that moment there, March 1st, man.
There we go.
You know, and I was watching that live, and I was like, man, I just knew, like, everything, all that hard work, you know, paid off and had,
sure.
like, one of the best performances in your career right there, you know
Certainly,
what I mean?
certainly did, you know. A lot of people don't know behind the scenes, man. I had a lot of adjustment making I had to do because my father wasn't the head coach no more. You know, it was Mr. Gary Russell. You know, I always looked at it as he's a student just like I'm a student, and my father is the head coach for all of us. You know, and if you know, you know, a coach got different lenses than the fighter. The fighter, they in there, and they got to listen. When the coaches, they got a bird's eye view. You know, so their critiquing is different. You know, and just me mentally having to make that change, like, all right, now I got to accept my brother being a head coach. You know, as far as the trust issue, it wasn't a trust issue. It was just more so just something that was unusual. So,
Yeah, unfamiliar, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unfamiliar. So that's pretty much what it is. And once you make that adjustment, and then you say, hey, you know what?
It's over.
Now we got it.
It's over. It's a wrap.
It's on.
I'm
It's
telling
on.
you.
Yeah. And you know, you talk about it like, you know, getting prepared to have your first offense of that WBA super lightweight title and things like that. And they, you know, they got a couple things that may be lined up for it, but you know, like I said, we gotta wait it out a little bit. You know,
just a
for that news to
little
come
bit.
through.
Just a little bit. A defense, or hopefully unification. I want the unification for sure.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? I try to get a boxing world what they want.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's unify.
Yeah.
Let's unify the best versus the best, man. Everybody right now, they on their high horses.
Yeah, they all seem like they preoccupied or they want to talk about some
man.
other people. I'm like, yo, but you got everything right here. You want to go ahead and try to prove you're the best in the division. Like, you know, run it.
Let's
run
run
with
it.
Gary
Let's
Antuanne.
run it. Let's run it. How the plumber say, catch a fade. Come catch a fade, man. Right now.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's it, man. Because, you know, in our previous conversations, like you said, you were focused on what was going to happen on March 1st. But then you said, hey, I wanted to get after everybody. And even if it has to be last, you'll save, that guy for last for that get back. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to pay attention to what may happen over on July 12th and whatnot. And then say, hey, you know what? You get through that, hey, props to you. But I still want that get back.
I still want that get back. It's mandatory. It is mandatory. I don't care if he don't got no belt. Got losses on under his belt. All of that, don't care.
Yeah,
I want to see you again. We got to run it back.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, you got somebody in that division that does hold a belt that has one thing that ain't even want to get back with one dude that's just coming up to the division and fighting another world champion. So, but you like locked in and saying, nah, dog, I ain't gonna let that one go.
No, no, I'm not. Why should I? Why should I? He's still in my division. He had 2 titles now, and it's like, let's make it happen. I'm sorry, he don't got 2 titles. He ranked, but he got the main title. He got that green belt.
Yeah.
Everybody know that green belt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The best belt. I want all of them. I want to be
but you want to, hey, even if he's saving for the last one.
I mean, even if he's last, it don't matter. It's other fighters out there that's champion in my division that hold the belt, and we need to start knocking on their door. Why not?
Yeah, for sure.
Why not? Let's make it happen.
And you talk about the thing there, with your dad, and recently, had the thing there with the Earth Strong. It was last week and everything like that. And I had like posted something, from him back in the days, and just seeing how that relationship was, over the years and things like that. And seeing him being like that head coach or whatnot, that leader. And so, as you mentioned before, making that adjustment, making that transition. Now you're like, full circle and working with, everybody, with your brothers and all of that. So it's all like, hey, I'm right here. I'm ready to go. Like we don't have to worry about all that. Hey, you can come after me, but I'm gonna be ready regardless. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And off topic, happy belated birthday, Pops, man. His birthday just passed, May the 20th. So it was a little tough pill to swallow going through that day, but we got through it, chin up, chest out. I honor you through and through. I'm forever indebted. Thank you for everything you did for me. I had to give my man a shout out real quick.
Yeah, exactly. The Russell legacy lives on, you feel me?
Man, I had to throw that in the air.
Yeah, exactly. The Russell legacy, lives on, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You're
sir.
Definitely carrying that. And like you said, you got, you getting your thing, going on. Of course, Antonio about to get in the mix and everything too, man.
Yeah, that's another thing. Stay tuned to my brother, man, Gary Antuanne Russell. He about to go out here, man, put on a good show, and God willing, he go right back. He come out victorious. He be able to go right back and line himself up for a title, man. We ain't stopping till the job is done. All of us got an objective, collectively. And we're going to keep pushing until we get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, you got Mr. Gary Russell Jr. I talked with him before I go over here. And sometimes when we have conversations, like everybody asks me, when Gary Russell Jr. coming back, when he coming back? But it's like, hey, man, hey.
I feel like he is a once-in-a-lifetime fighter.
Yeah.
Nobody in the boxing world, period, can produce what Mr. Gary Russell can produce.
Yeah.
Trying to tell, I know a lot of people want to see him come back, but right now, he focused on us, he getting us in shape. He wants us to have our thinking cap on and make sure that we listen to when he tells us to do things, especially execute. You can be the most in shape person, you can be the most skilled person. But if you get in there on fight night and you're not executing what you're told to do, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? So we're working on making sure that everything is firing on all cylinders right now, and he's the driver, he's the conductor.
Yeah, so, for sure. It's like the saying goes, man, if you fail to prepare to fail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, and of course, Big G, Gary Allen out there, of course, close too, man. He got you, with the drills and everything too, man. I see, with the work, he be like, he see every single thing you do, so he's like, stay focused, still do, what you have to do, the 1-2-1 or 1-1-2 and all that type of stuff. So he definitely make sure that you on point with that.
Oh yeah. He like I said, we make sure that we fuel each other when we in here, and I feel like that's the best energy for real, a lot of outside support, that's great, it's very honorable and highly appreciated, but it's a different source when you're getting it from your in-house family,
Exactly.
So for the brothers to be there riding this way with us, like collectively together, it's no better feeling than that. On top of being successful, you know, milestones that we're getting over together. There's no better feeling than that.
Yeah, exactly.
better
It's
feeling.
been part of the journey, and the journey continues, man. So
There
definitely
we go.
looking forward to all that, and looking forward to what's next here with Gary Antuanne Russell. You know, like I said, y'all just stay tuned. He got, you know, something in the works. Let's just stay tuned. He'll be back at it, and y'all be able to see him again defend that WBA super lightweight title. You feel me?
Keep watching. We coming. Ain't stopping. If you anywhere, you might get ran over. Shit like that.
Hey, either step away or get stepped on. That's how it be. You know what I'm saying? That's how
I love
be,
it.
man.
I love it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for chopping it up again with the box of shorts, man.
Yeah.
For sure.